This is a cube that could fit all of the world's gold inside of it and would be worth over $12 trillion. So if you took all of the world's gold coins, bars and jewelry, they could fit into a cube with the side length of only 22 meters, which is about equal to the amount of iron that is produced each hour. This makes gold incredibly rare. Because gold is indestructible, all the gold that has ever been mined is still around in one form or another. I will start by explaining exactly where all of this gold came from, and then show where all of this gold is located today. All the gold we have today has been mined from Earth. The mining techniques have gotten better over time, which has resulted in 86% of all of the world's gold being mined within the last 200 years, while only 14% of the world's gold was mined before that. In ancient times, gold was first discovered in placer deposits, which is when rock is weathered away by the elements and releases tiny gold particles. Because gold is very dense, this gold can be gathered using gravity to separate the gold, with techniques such as panning or sluicing. Romans were able to extract gold on a much larger scale through the advancement of hydraulic mining. This meant they would heat up the rock surface with fire and then rapidly cool it off with water to make the rocks crack from thermal shock. Even though gold has been important for a really long time, up until the 1800s, only 14% of our current gold was mined. The remaining 86% of the gold we have today has been mined in the last 200 years. This graph illustrates how gold mining has rapidly increased during this time and which countries are the largest contributors to this rise. Going through this graph, there are some major developments that stand out. Early on, the California gold rush of 1848 marked the beginning of large-scale gold mining in the United States. Later, in 1886, the Witwatersrand Basin was discovered in South Africa, which went on to dominate global gold production for the next century. About 1/3 of all of the world's gold today comes from South Africa. It was in 1970 that South Africa's gold production peaked, where over 60% of the whole world's gold production came from there. It was first in 2007 that China overtook South Africa as the world's largest gold-producing country, which it still is to this day. Today we produce gold at some of the highest levels in history, but no single country dominates the gold market anymore. All the world's gold can be put into this cube, which can be split into 4 main categories. The smallest category accounts for 15% of the world's gold and is worth $1.8 trillion. This is the gold used for industrial purposes, with applications in electronics, dentistry and space. For example, the average iPhone contains about 0.034 grams of gold, which is worth $2. The third largest category accounts for 17% of the world's gold and is worth $2.1 trillion. This is gold held by central banks around the world to diversify their holdings and hedge against currency depreciation. The United States holds the most gold in reserve at 30% of the total, followed by Germany, Italy and France. The second largest category accounts for 22% of the world's gold and is worth $2.8 trillion. This is gold held by private investors. Like central banks, investors often buy gold to diversify their holdings and for its ability to deliver value to hedge against inflation. The largest category accounts for nearly half of the world's gold at 46%. And is worth $5.8 trillion. This is gold in the form of jewelry. India and China have been the largest markets for gold jewelry consumption, combining for more than 50% of global demand. These 4 categories are where all of today's gold is located. The amount of gold that we have is also unlikely to change drastically in the future. This is because the total identified underground reserves that we know about only makes up about 1/4 of this gold cube, and gold production is predicted to decrease in the future.